that's the fair announcement. So what, I mean, that's.
Right, you go ahead and don't understand. They say so what? You just spoke really highly of what's going on here in Thornton Township, what we was in a deficit, what was in a surplus at. You just broke the numbers down to you. I know some of y'all didn't get it, but you can take this package home with you, study it, learn it, it's audited. Ask somebody that has a finance background, that way you will better understand what is going on and not what's told to you as well as what's going on. So next, this is the budget. That's how I know you don't know what I'm talking about. It's not an old budget. Okay, you out of order, ma'am. All right, so next we're gonna have our department heads speak as it relates to their department so you can understand what they've been doing with their department. Each department has increased as it relates to people showing up and showing out and getting services due to us advertising here at Thornton Township. So first up, we'll have Tanika. She's General Assistance Department. Tanika's gonna talk to you what we do in GA. So that means if you need help with your light, gas, water, mortgage, rental assistance, things of that nature is what she's gonna talk to. And then also a young lady asked a question, I don't know if you wrote it down, and she was asking why she had to give her social security card. Can you explain to her what get what is needed? I know, I'm telling her the question.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tanika Hughes. I've been with Thornton Township 26 years. I have been in the General Assistance Department as well as the Assessors Department. I pretty much work most departments in Thornton Township. What our job is in Thornton Township and in the General Assistance Department is we are to assist the residents with social agency services. That being said, that General Assistance is a part of the budget as a separate line item. It has its own budget that's funded from the state and from federal government. What happens is we here at Thornton Township provide help to those who are in between incomes. That's for single individuals with no income, not eligible for any other government agency, such as public aid, unemployment, social security, disability, railroad retirement pension plan. If you have an 18-year-old to 65, they're eligible for general assistance with no income. Here's the thing. We service 17 towns. We service in partnership with other townships such as Bloom, Bremen, Worth, Orland, as well as Rich Township. We all provide the same services. Some of us are need-based, some of us are flat grant. What we do is we provide as a need-based, we have something towards their rent, something towards food, something towards their light and gas, and something towards their clothing. We have partnership throughout the years with Salvation Army, Jewels, Waltz, any grocery store in Thornton Township that will work with us. We also provide job training. We have provided clothes. This is my history. If you go on the website, you can see some of the things that we have done in the past and what we'll continue to do in the future. Here also at Thornton Township, we also give care to our clients. And also, yes, I am. And we also provide services where they need mental health, medicine, and anything of that nature. We also have emergencies program for those who are in between income, and guess what? Something happened. We're there to help you as well, but you do need to meet qualifications. There is a standard throughout the township throughout Illinois. You have to have an ID and be a resident of that township. You also have to have a social security card, and for those who are applying for a certain program such as our emergency, yes, they have to have income because they qualify for one-time assistance in a 12-month to 18-month period. Those who are regular say they lost their job and they don't qualify. They don't have any income. They get general assistance monthly. I will answer your questions after the meeting, okay? All right. Any other questions in regards to general assistance? We are part of CETA. We are partnered with CETA. We have waited on 6,000 people since October to now. That's a lot. That's a lot for my staff. My staff also, we get a rental program, as you all know, the $1 million giveaway. Well, guess what? We gave over 150 people rental assistance. Not all of them got 3,000, but all of them got something. And if they didn't qualify, it's because they didn't meet the standards, which has been verified by lawyers and the state statute. We also do Salvation Army. My team came downstairs. If you have any questions, they're here to answer them. We have Salvation Army for about 12 towns that we do for Salvation Army. We also do homeless prevention, which we received an award last month. And that award says that one employee gave $500,000 away for people who were in need. Also, next to that program, we work with Catholic Charities. We work with, besides homeless prevention, any other agencies that we can partner with to help the residents of this township. So here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, we're here to serve. We are a social agency, and if we can't help you, we refer you to other agencies that may be able to. But you have to meet the qualifications. So if you have any questions after this meeting, my staff is available upstairs and down to answer any questions. Thank you for letting me speak to you about what General Assistance does. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. That's our GA department, so you got a better understanding of what we do. And they are in the budget. That's the general assistance budget. Okay, next we're gonna have, senior services. Ms. Marcia and Ms. Tamika. So they're gonna talk to you about what senior services does, the services you get, and the dollars that's in the budget. So each of them are talking about their line items. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Marcia. I'm one of the managers in senior services. I primarily manage the senior services department here in South Holland and our senior services department in Riverdale. We also have Tamika. She co-manages the senior services department along with me, and she primarily manages senior services in Calumet City. In senior services, we offer an array of services, weekly activities, 52 weeks a year for our seniors to, once they retire, remain engaged in the community, socialization activities, so they don't experience isolation and loneliness. It is real. We have a number of seniors that come out to our biggest program, which is our lunch program. We serve lunches on average of about, out of 52 weeks a year, we serve lunches 50 to 51 weeks per year. For the first 4 months of 2024, we served, one moment please. For the first 4 months of this year, we have served 16,000 lunches for our seniors. We try our best, and we have been able to, I've been here approaching 11 years, keep our lunches at a minimum cost to our seniors. Hot lunches at $1.50. We serve lunches out of 2 of our locations, Riverdale and Calumet City. On average, over a year, we serve approximately 46 to 48,000 lunches per year. That is a lot of food, but that shows you where the need is for our seniors. A lot of our seniors, they don't cook, they can't get out, they're on, strict budgets on Social Security. So again, that's one of our largest programs. In addition to the lunch programs, to keep our seniors engaged and socializing with each other, we plan trips and activities for our seniors weekly. We have exercise classes at no cost to our seniors 3 to 4 times a week. We have clubs where they can come and socialize and have different activities and games, pinochle, bunco, a beer whiz club. We show movies of the week. All of these activities come at no cost to our seniors. We encourage you to come out and see what we do. I see a number of our seniors in the room that come and enjoy our activities weekly. If you have any questions for myself, you can give us a call or come here Monday through Friday from 9 until 4. We'll be happy to sit with you, answer your questions, as long as you can show proof of residency, which is a driver's license or state ID, and you're 60 years or older. You can join our senior services program. We also welcome suggestions for things that you would like to see as seniors in Thornton Township. Again, thank you for allowing me to speak. And come see what senior services is about. I guarantee you, you will enjoy the services that we are able to offer at minimum or no cost. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions afterwards, senior services office is upstairs, or I'll stick around if you have any questions as it relates to senior services. Thank you.
I want to say thank you, Marcia. She covered everything for senior services. Thank you all for hearing us today. I really appreciate all of the seniors, everyone for coming out. Thank you so much.
All right there. Okay.
Okay, next we have Youth and Family Services, Miss Ebony. She's gonna talk to you about all the programs that we have, passing the baton and making sure the youth have resources. One thing that I tried to initiate over there was penmanship, because we have a lot of youth that come apply here at Thornton Township and they don't know how to sign their name. They normally print their name, and we ask for a signature. Also, we have a lot of Hispanics that's moving in throughout our township. So we try to make sure we have a bilingual class, offer Spanish, so that they can learn Spanish as well, meaning our youth. So these are some things that we implemented, and we got a lot of other things that she's going to speak to, so that you guys know what's going on. Go ahead, Erin.
Okay. Good afternoon. Can everybody hear me?
Good afternoon.
All right, so like Supervisor stated, my name is Ebony Harmon. I'm the manager over Youth and Family Services. Currently, actually today is the last day for our after-school program. The after-school program has run from September until now. With the after-school program, we had about 40 to 45 kids that were within the program. The program ran from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday. We also had kids who were also picked up from school, so we provided transportation. Again, these are all free to the residents that are in the program. Again, at the after-school program, they get homework help. We have activities each day. They get snack, and they have a good time. We have field trips, and the kids have a great time. We had a great field day yesterday for the end of the program. Moving forward for the summer, we will have a summer enrichment program, which is not anything new to Thornton Township. Again, a free program that we're almost at capacity for the kids to start the program that starts on June 10th. That program will run from Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. We have field trips. We have about 4 field trips already planned for the summer, and that is from June until August. Besides those programs, we have Days in the Park. So I know some residents are very excited about Days in the Park, where Thornton Township goes to different parks within the 17 municipalities, and we have a day of fun, free to the residents, right? So we have our DJ, we have bouncy houses, face painters, we have just fun food, all music, a good time for everyone to enjoy. Like Supervisor stated, with her vision for penmanship and being bilingual in Spanish, all of those things, we have to hire people to help us with that. That goes within the budget, right? So we have to make sure we want those type of programs for our kids, that we have to provide it within the budget. All right, thank you.
Thank you so much. So again, if anybody is interested and was going to be here, please sign up. It went really well as it related to your kids for the after school care. But some of y'all just got to come pick your kids up though. It was over like 7 p.m. I just want to make sure that everybody understands that all our programs here at Thornton Township is free. So when you go over the budget goes back into the community, to the people. That's the part that everybody's missing, and that's the part that they don't understand as it relates to the department heads. That's why they're speaking this evening, so you can understand what they do, how tax dollars are being spent and utilized, and what programs and people are benefiting from it, which is the residents. I love the senior service project. Pretty much they do every and anything, and all they want to do is just have somewhere to go and something to do. So I appreciate the senior service area. Thank you. Next we got Stan. Stan will speak to the outreach program, and he'll hit on the HAP program, which is our lawn care. So this is all our budget. So each department is speaking as it relates to the budget and what they do. So when you read the budget, you can say, oh, that's what that line item's for, or that's who, we're paying for. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's more than an honor to be here with so many smiling faces at a time like this here. Yes, I'm Stan Brown, 10 years township, and it's been an awesome journey. I actually work with a lot of the youth, 16 and up. We have a lawn care program also that we're combining. It's trying to, get back up on the feet. But with the outreach program, ladies and gentlemen, we have is actually going out, going door to door, knocking on the doors, and it's So with the outreach program, ladies and gentlemen, we actually go door to door in all our 17 municipalities. We share the information that Thornton Township actually offers to seniors. And basically, when we hit the door, the first thing is we state our name and we let each individual know that we actually in well-being check. And we find ourselves sometimes in some of these doors a little too long because I have seniors come to the door saying no one ever really checked on them. A well-being check, we didn't even know that even exists. We actually was able to help a lot of seniors that actually is dying need and needed some things. So that well-being check went all real good, ladies and gentlemen. So we did all 17 municipalities, Lansing, all the way back to Riverdale. It's been one heck of an experience. And we have a lot of youth that's actually having a chance to connect with seniors, and seniors having a chance to connect with youth. That's one of the things I know even myself, sometimes you walk down the street and you see an individual that may have a hoodie on, it's a little frightening. But now, it's seniors relates to that. I got seniors, they wear hoodies. So we made a connection. So actually, we get to talk to how to use this kind of education on what they're about. And our seniors educate these young people to what they did and what they're looking at. So this outreach program, ladies and gentlemen, we have made a lot of connections. We have put the word out about all these spectacular programs that the township has, general assistance, city service. We actually give information out to individuals that didn't even know it exists. And there's been many of us that drove down 162nd Street, past this building, not knowing what goes on in here. So a lot of information has been trickled out to individuals to know what goes on in Thornton Township. We have heard finance director speak on pluses and budgets. But this place is set up for people, where people work with people. We're working hard towards it. It's a hurdle. There's definitely a lot of hurdles for us to work on. But we do need to do that in our lives. We here at the township, the individual that's running these operations, we come here to work. That's what we do. We come to work. We don't come here to do nothing else but to serve the residents. We are about customer service individuals. We work for the people. We know that. And we try very hard to make that happen. We run into some of these tough hurdles, but we're going to get past that. But we just ask, ladies and gentlemen, just give us a chance to do what we come here to do for you. So with that being said, community outreach is a heck of a program that's going on. It's a lot of information that we figured out into our 17 municipalities. And it's enjoyable to see some individuals that you probably never seen. Some people actually hear about you and they get a chance to see you in person. So it's a good conversation going on. So with that being said, I just want to touch a little bit on the single line program. That program is somewhat on the back burner because the Lord has put a lot of good rain on us. And the grass has got very long. And it's a program for seniors over age 60. And we definitely don't want you out there trying to cut that grass. When you got a chance for these young people to step up and do that for you. But I just ask that you kind of work with us because the program is taking a little back step because we got youngsters now. They got other things on their mind. They don't want to cut the grass like they used to. And the hurdle is, we got something that's called, background checks. Drug checks. So with that being said, we have to try to work really strong with our youth, because our youth really need us to help bring them to light on the way things are going. Because we have youth that actually don't understand about when they come to get a job, the means mean a lot. And the way you carry yourself and what you gotta understand, you can't dress up in that early age and then try and come get a job at a late age, because it's important that you can actually pass these tests that's being asked of you. I had a couple of young people that been to them. They went to Thornton High School. I got some that went to Thornwood and Thornridge. They actually went off to college a couple of years ago. Now they're back. Super duper awesome kids. But you know what they tell me? It's a B. Don't you know marijuana is legal now in Illinois? So that's what goes on a lot. And that's kind of hampering the operation, because a lot of them can't pass drug tests. It's good tough, man. The youngsters do very well in the background check. They pass it in flying colors. We're just dealing with youngsters that basically do that party stuff. So with that being said, I just ask also that the individuals that act on the program kind of work with us, give that opportunity to keep serving, because we enjoy serving ladies and gentlemen at all costs. Thank you.
Okay, so you just heard outreach and have, so if you are interested in any information you just heard from the department heads, please reach out to them. They will be here after the meeting. Next, we have food pantry. We're going to have Keith Price speak to that. Those numbers have increased as well. They just show you that so many people really need the food. If that's not loud enough, grab this mic.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. I want to thank everybody for taking the time to come out. It's a lot of information being given out, a lot of truths, a lot of lies. All I ever do to anyone is encourage them to do the research for yourselves. Look the numbers up on the Illinois websites, and you can find out your truth. I'm Keith Price. I had the opportunity to become the pantry manager 2 years ago, and for all the people that like to be disrespectful, I was big before I took that job. So just already had weight. I was easy. So what we've done at the food pantry over the 2 years is really nice. When I took over, we were spending approximately $4,000 to $5,000 a month in gas cards. All those got cut off. Certain ones got issued out to certain people. Now that monthly fee is like $1,200 to $1,400. There are a lot of things going on. A lot of people had cases and cases of chicken in their garages. We have taken the pantry from 150 to 200 boxes on our give out day to 400. And then when we include the produce, that's 800 boxes on a Wednesday alone. We also deliver to seniors' residents and senior homes. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday is homes and residents. Wednesday is our give out day. We're doing such great numbers monthly with the food boxes. We've worked to make the food boxes better. We've also worked with Chicago Food Depository on some things that we don't like that they send to our communities. Anyone knows me know that I do research. The numbers with the budgets, I would have never thought Thornton Township had a deficit. I've never thought it because it was never talked about. Now we have a surplus, and it's in the black. There's a lot of great things going on in Thornton Township. A lot of times what I think goes on is so many people's heart is hardened because of the Dalton situation, that they're not even separating the two and doing the research on Thornton Township. Thornton Township, I didn't disrespect or cut anybody off. If I disagree with any of you, I just would expect the same. Thornton Township is doing great financially. Right now, we are looking to get food trucks and grocery trucks for seniors that want to pick their own vegetables around to their homes. We're also looking into, and some people can't see the future. No, a lot of you can't. But we are looking into grow containers where we can grow our own fruits and vegetables. You can look it up. It's a real thing. It's happening. We want to grow as much fruit and vegetable for our communities so that people can get it for free. Everyone is suffering. The milk, the cheese, all the groceries, the gas. So we're doing a lot currently to even better the township. And when you think about your tax bill and really realize that 5 cents out of each dollar on your tax bill comes to Thornton Township. The rest is the mosquito abatement, school boards, library boards, Cook County itself, bridge and road. It's a lot of other things. I was talking to a nice young lady earlier today. And she thought that the township controlled the money for the schools. And I said, no, that's the school boards. That's their tax. That's what they do. So a lot of people have a misunderstanding of exactly what the township does. But when you look at the actual numbers, regardless of all this politics, this place is doing better than it was, number-wise. We're taking care of a lot of the seniors here. There's a lot of people that call me crying. I hear it all day, every day. So we're doing great. We're going to continue to do great. And always research for yourselves, because somebody might not like somebody for something that happened years ago, and they'll never say anything good about them. You have to find the information for yourselves, and that's my time. I thank you all just for listening and not disrupting me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, media team, can you put the video up for stuff? Media team. Okay, put it up for me, please.
Miss Supervisor.
So this is a video that we did in Township Talk, and we went over every single thing as relates to what's going on here at the township. This is for department heads.
I know.
So this is not assessor right now, this is department heads. So put my video up so I can go over what we need to go over, please. All right, media team, are you ready?
She is the department head.
All right, let's slide up so we can go over it.
We have a lot of information for the residents.
Right now, I just gave you the answer, so right now I'm gonna do my video. So now, here we go. So this is the thing. Y'all will be removed if you don't want to hear it. We still here listen to you guys, we still doing our reports. So stop. If I just told you who it is, that's what's next. So okay, play the video. Alright, so this is something that we put together for everybody. So it's the graph, it's the same thing that Trustee Brown and everybody else went over. So it's basically the deficit versus the surplus. So you have a package as well that if you would like this information, that way you can educate yourself on what's going on here at Thornton Township. Like I said, people keep feeding you stuff, but y'all don't ever want to hear another side and us show you actual truth. You ask for transparency, here it is. And then you can go and check everything that we speak of because they are audited numbers. All we do is pull our numbers and show it to the public. We put out Township Talk, we try to break it down each and every month so you guys will know what's going on. And if she speaks out loud one more time, you remove her. Like, I'm not going to keep repeating myself. Because I want to get through this so I can tell the people that do want to hear the information. Remove her. All right, next slide. So this is a breakdown of, like I said, as you see at the top, the general fund. This is audited numbers for those that want the information. And stop letting people feed you information and you'll get the truth for yourself. It's a lot of people that's disgruntled, that don't work here no longer, that has an attitude, but they riled y'all up, but didn't rile y'all up when they was here, and it was in a deficit. Now it's in a surplus, and now they got you here thinking people are doing something wrong. Everybody has been doing everything going up, and that's why you get audited. We have won financial awards. So if we're doing bad, why we win awards? We're winning awards. We're doing giveaways. We make sure that you know about the township. When we do the outreach program, and every single outreach program that we have done, we have increased the numbers here at Thornton Township. Every single department. So now they're getting more services than they ever have before. Half of the community, over 80% to be exact, did not know Thornton Township even existed. Didn't even know they could come here and get help. You know how many people cry in GA department as it relates to men? I didn't know what I was gonna do. But they got services, they got help. You know how many people go to the food pantry or call my phone crying because they got food for the week for their kids. This is what we do. This is the side they don't show you. Everybody want to show you negativity. Y'all got to stop. Life is short. Live a positive life. Stop breathing and getting into the chaos. Learn for yourself. Breathe for yourself. Remove her. Remove her. Remove her. Remove her. Like, you got to go. We ain't going to keep doing it. You got to go. So please go. So go ahead. You got to go. You got to go. You got to go. We have an ordinance in place that say if you guys are disruptive, you will be exited out of the building. You can't keep shouting out. You can't keep doing that. You can't keep doing it. So, as I was stating, these are the facts. If anybody wants the information, it's in your package. Next slide. So now I'm going to break it down. Like I told you guys that this was all Thornton Township with the taxes. The tax levies come from your cities, the cities and communities that you live in. So if you live in Dalton, Calumet City, Riverdale, Lansing, any of the 17 communities, this is how your taxes get raised. Did you guys know that they raise your property taxes by 4.99% without your consent? No one knew that, right? But this is what they're doing. So I'm going to break it down because all we did was for you. You guys can do the exact same thing, for you the information from that town that you live in, and you will get the truth for yourself. Stop letting people tell you that it's us and it's not. So, play the video. 4.99 versus 5%. The difference is when you get to the 5%, they got to go out and tell the public. When you're under that threshold, they can just raise it. That's what you don't know, residents. So every year, your communities raise their tax levy, some by 4.99%, some can do it less if they choose to, but this is how your tax dollars come in for that city. So for all those increases throughout Thornton Township that you guys see, it is from that municipality or that city. And or the park board, library board, the school board, all of those people combined makes up your tax levy. Next slide. So what is a tax levy? How do we utilize a tax levy in the city? And it's just for those that don't know what a true tax levy is. We utilize it for, next slide. It's just the definition of it. We use it for our police, our firemen, and public works. And then, of course, administration. All of the money that comes into that city or village comes out of the tax levy, and that's how they pay for their administration, their salaries, their vehicles, whatever they got for that city. Next slide. So, tax levy for Markham. Thank you for being here, Alderwoman. This is their tax levy, so this is what she will vote on. So we forwarded it, and in the city of Markham, this is their tax levy for 2018, $12.8 million. So we're going to see how they increases. You see the numbers before you. Next slide. 2019, $13.5 million. The Alderwoman right there, so this is what she votes on. Next slide. 2020, $13.9. Oh, y'all, good job for people raising your taxes. Okay. 13.9. This is city of Markham. So you see where the money coming from as it relates to raising your property taxes. Next slide. 2021, 14.4. 2021, 14.4. City of Markham. Next slide. 2022, 14.6. You see it keep increasing. Next slide. 2023, 14.9. Next slide. Now this is the one for Village of Dalton, where I am the mayor at. So I put everybody in here. And just so you know how the tax levies go, this is give already voted on by your board. So 2017, we was at 6.3, this village of Dalton. Next slide. 2018, 9 million. You see it, village of Dalton. Next slide. 2019, 10.3. This village of Dalton. So for all you that like to write stuff, go and FOIA our tax levy from the village of Dalton. You will see that the board of trustees all voted to increase your property taxes, right? But they point the finger at other people. Next slide. 2020, 10.3, village of Dalton. Village of Dalton. Next slide. 2021, 10.6, village of Dalton. Next slide. 2022, 11.1. Next slide. 2023, 11.6. Next slide. Now we go to Hazelcrest. So what I did was, for every single community, they gave me their tax levy that I have right here. You can do the same, and you're gonna get this same exact information. And I did not get not one person's that I didn't put up here. They gave it to us, it's up here. If they did not give it to us, I'm gonna do a part 2 to it, so you can see if your city have raised your property taxes, which they all did. This is Hazelcrest, 2018, 9.2. Next slide. 2019, 9.7. Village of Hazelcrest. Next slide. 2020, 10.2. Village of Hazelcrest. Next slide. 2021, 10.8. Village of Hazelcrest. Next slide. 2022, 11.4. Looks like they're raising your taxes, guys, but they blaming everything on Thornton Township. It is not Thornton Township. It is obviously the city that you live in. Next slide. 2023, $12 million. Village of Dalton. Village of Hazelcrest. Next slide. This is the college. Remember I told you that the school boards raises your taxes as well? So here's your proof. So you can go and do the same thing I have done. 2018, this is for Community College 510. 510 is South Suburban College. Here you go. Educational funds, so we got 11.8, and they got all the funds there where they raised your taxes. Go ahead, next slide. 2019, educational funds, 12.2. Next slide. 2020, education fund, 12.4. Next slide. 2021, 12.9. This is South Suburban College. Next slide. 2022, educational fund, 13.6. South Suburban College. Next slide. 2022, educational fund. 2023, educational fund, 14.5. South Suburban College. Next slide. Now this is Village of Blue Island. So this is their tax levy. 2018, 8.5. These are your 17 municipalities. This is their tax levies to show you who's raising property taxes. So 2018, 8.5 for Blue Island. Next slide. 2019, 8.9 for Blue Island. Next slide. 2020, 9.5 for Blue Island. Next slide. 2021, 9.6 for Blue Island. Next slide. 2022, 9.7 for Blue Island. Next slide. 2023, 10.2 for Blue Island. Next slide. Now this is Dalton Park District. Because remember I told you parks raise taxes too. Everybody does. This is in my city. So Park District. This is 2019, 2 mil. Next slide. 2020, 2 mil. Next slide. 2021, 2.1. Next slide. 2022, next slide. But just let pause, well, if you can go back, thank you. I want to pause right there for a minute to educate you on something. What politicians do when y'all see them just at standstill with a tax levy is during the election year. The election year, they don't raise the taxes, so when they're at your doors, they can say, I didn't raise your taxes. But then right when they get in office, the next year, they raise the property taxes, as you can see. So sometimes you'll see it the same, and you wonder why it's the same. It's not because they didn't need the money. It's because you had to re-elect them, so they didn't raise the property taxes. So 2022, 2.1. Dalton Park. Next slide. 2023, 2.2. This Dalton Park District, remember I told you, everybody got their own tax levy. People just get confused and put them all together, but each government body raises your property taxes. Next slide. All right, so that's all we got so far. So we'll do part 2 for the other cities. We're waiting on Calumet City. We're waiting on Riverdale. We're waiting on several other cities to produce their tax levies. You too can go and FOIA the tax levies. That way you'll know what's going on where you stay at.
They can scan and go straight to the
So this QR code is so that you can go straight to the controller's office site, and that way you can see what we just showed you as well, because we have to produce it to them, and that way you got facts and not fiction, because people just tell you stuff, but you can go research it, check it out, and you'll have what we have before you. Okay, next is... Right now, we're not on that. We're talking about department heads because they're talking about their department, so that's where we are. So next on here, we talked about the budget as it relates to each department head. And again, if anybody got any questions, concerns as it relates to those departments, you can see them after the meeting. They're here. You can sign up for any programs we have. And remember, everything is free here at Thornton Township. Next on here, we have the general fund. Robert, come on up so you can talk about the salaries. Come on up, Robert. All right, media team, you ready? Okay, so all the little stuff, the lies that's out there, people lying on us about this and that, we're gonna show you truth and we're gonna take you to the numbers. Because remember, women lie, men lie, numbers don't. You gotta check the numbers. You check the numbers, you'll have the facts. This is facts versus fiction. Right now, this is true speech. So we're going to show you the salaries that was here prior to me taking office, and then the things that got cut. So everybody running around here mad and telling the news this and that, but not giving the news facts. I wish the news would fact check what's being said out here and not just write everything somebody say just because they say it. That's not fair to myself, the board, or anybody for that matter. You should definitely fact check because y'all supposed to be journalism, but y'all not journalists. So when y'all come back, we're going to go over the numbers so you will know the numbers to this extent as relates to where we were and where we're going. There's a lot of people that used to work here keeping up chaos but not telling you the truth of where they started at and how things came to be. Somehow I think you got a better understanding of how your property taxes is calculated, where it comes from, and where you're going. And if you want the information, please check it out. Another thing I want to talk about, the surplus. Before I got here, y'all was in a deficit related to the $5 million that you guys advocated for but never received. I know that Napoleon Harris did not vote to give Thornton Township the $5 million, but during my tenure, meaning now, we now got the $5 million in the budget. So these are the things that I do that don't get produced, said to the public, but we got the $5 million. And then another thing that is coming down the pipe hole that we just got was $500,000. We had got $8 grand. And the $500,000 we got in our bank account. That money did come in last week, I believe. So these are things that the media, people don't tell you guys, but that's why I tell you, come get the information yourself, and then you'll better understand what's going on here. Because right now, people playing politics and not giving you facts as it relates to what's truly going on. The township is actually doing really well. And we want to show you why so many people is running around telling lies because they no longer are here to do what they used to do, which is nothing. So, Robert has a whole breakdown for you, and he's going to be able to break it down and talk to you about the decreases that we did. I think this is the first year, and then what my numbers were and what the previous supervisor numbers were. So we want you guys to understand. Okay, Robert, go ahead.
Bring it down more. All right, we're making more copies, so right now you might have to share your neighbors. They're bringing more copies down, but we do also have it on. It's going to be on the screen. Huh? Hello, can you hear? Hello? Hello? Is it working? All right, so this report is actually 147 pages. We just printed out the first 10 pages. About 100 pages in the back, just basically all support. But right now, I'm just starting on page 1, this is the cover sheet page. Just go ahead. Oh, okay. The second page is the table of contents.